Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The video that you just saw is of an artist that is allegedly kidnapped, taken away, and missing. His name is SWAZZ, and you probably say to yourself, how is it seems as if we're only introduced to a lot of these dancehall artists whenever they are DEAD, missing, or kidnapped? Well, people, like me say, as a person that do the news, I have never heard any sorts of stuff like this. I have contacted several persons that I know in law enforcement, and they have not heard of any sorts of report being filed officially or unofficially. No sorts of call that a person known as SWAZZ, dancehall artist, was missing. So when we hear stuff like this, we could probably or would probably come to the conclusion that, yes, this is some sorts of publicity stunt because people realize that, listen, my talent, it won't work alone. I need some sorts of gimmickry. I need some sorts of BS to get the people attention. I need some sorts of highlight. I need some sorts of spotlight. So therefore, me either I go play DEAD, act like them take me away, act like me missing, act like all manner of evil happened to me. And I can understand that dancehall is a very competitive platform, genre of music. However, the people am kind of tired of this. Social media is turning the whole Jamaica into some sorts of cartoon, some sorts of circus. And yet again, and people, I am not saying that this youth is not missing, me just as say. I cannot go on Google and confirm it. I cannot ask any sorts of popo and get any sorts of evidence. And I am sure that everybody have somebody, if it's even a piece of girlfriend or family that don't love you, somebody would have filed some sorts of report, somebody would have called some sorts of police, some sorts of law enforcement officer to make some sorts of inquiry unless them hate you, just like your fan base. Especially what is going on in the dancehall space with artists like Vice Cartel taking everything that is going on social media. The eyes are solely on him. So this artist that has been in the field for a couple of years, maybe less than a half a decade or so, he wants some sorts of attention badly, and whatever he needs to do, he is a desperate soul. So people, like I said, I have not heard about any sorts of reports. Don't see it in a traditional media. The only place that I see it on is on social media. And you know, so if you see it in a social media, it must be true. As soon as I get any pertinent information as to any sorts of update, I'll let you know ASAP, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, you know, so these TikTokers, especially the men, boys on social media, are a disgrace to Jamaica, disgrace to men, and even worse, a disgrace to mankind. Maybe less than a week ago, there is a TikToker, very popular, they claim, never heard about him, like I said. It seems as if the only time when I hear about these TikTokers is when them either DEAD or get hurt badly. Such is the case in this case. His name is Artiste. Apparently, he has some sorts of girlfriend that lives in one of these small islands. For some sorts of reason, she convinced him to go over there. While he was over there was some sort of unfortunate incident in which some people kicked down the door to the Airbnb or apartment where they were staying. The girl was badly conned up. I heard she was hit at least 7 times. This youth almost lost female life too. However, he was in a much better condition than the lady who was the target. He made a post on social media, you might have seen it. And he is begging for the authority to come and have some sort of report, take some sort of report from him because he is concerned in fear of his life, especially that his girlfriend almost DIED. Well, people, I have gotten information that this is not the first time that this girl is some sort of target. This girl is wanted DEAD, mostly not alive. So he went on social media again, TikTok, And he made a post and he is dissing the officers in that place and saying that it seems as if because he is a Jamaican, they are not putting much effort in the case. It's as if they want to see him DEAD. I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to exactly what he has to say, and then I am going to give my piece.
So the video here of his St Lucia police them. The one them we did in my yard Monday morning, October 21st. Like the shooting happened. And I pick we up and bring we go put we down at the hospital. When you don't come back, come talk to me if you no report. When no take no statement, nothing write down in a book. I am a foreigner to your country, not because I'm from Jamaica. Yes, I am a foreigner here. So when I come to your country, I expected to treat it like a foreigner. So we need to know when the investigation is going to start. Like the person will get shot and in the hospital, her real name is Juanita Busby. My real name is Never Malcolm. We need some investigation to start, or else I'm gonna use my platform to talk everything that I know. Remember, she was attacked earlier this year. Like persons tried to make an attempt at her earlier this year, and she also reported that incident. So this is not the first time. Remember, the report is already there. It's the same situation. It is coming from the same person. So give us some justice and stop make we look like an idiot on social media. See there on the way in my yard. I'm missing up on one time in my yard. I take my telephone number, don't call me. But they don't go to the hospital for how much days. Don't come down the contact and report. Nothing. So what must we do? Should we just let it slide? I don't think so. I don't think so. And the lady is still in the hospital. I think you know that. I am out. I can't walk. So you guys need to reach out to me. You already have my telephone number. Reach out to me. I can't walk. Come and find me for my statement or whatsoever. Do no job, or else I'm going to use this platform to do it. Remember, as I said, she know where it's coming from. She make report about it before. So do the right.
So people, like you hear the TikToker Artiste, I think his name is, his official government name, Neville, her name is Juanita. And this incident happened in a St Lucia. He cannot get any sort of justice. The girl is laying up in the bed at the hospital and he cannot walk. Don't know if he is paralyzed or just get caught up in his foot. Don't know the circumstances as it pertains to that. But what I do know, what is it that convinced this man? What type of pum-pum picture or heads or promises did she make to him for him to come to St Lucia and put his life in an imminent danger? Because based on what he is saying, the girl that is said to be the target, this is not the first time, probably not the second time that people make after her. He is saying that he knows exactly who did it. It is the same person that made that first attempt after his life. So people, this youth was obviously privy to the fact that this girl, somebody probably wants her, DEAD, and anybody that is around her would also be in a danger. But he still let her convince him, or he still walked into danger until it reached his doorstep, until the people almost KILL him off. And people, I understand as a foreigner, if you go to a foreign country and you're getting any sorts of problem and you want justice emergency, you want it ASAP, as if yesterday. But these people, the Popo probably said to himself, they don't know, so that girl Juanita, somebody want her dead like the Wascally Wabbit in a Bugs Bunny and Mr. William named Elmer Fudd. Somebody's trying to kill her. She's probably a troublemaker, and people, I don't have any sorts of evidence to substantiate those claims, but me just say, if somebody try after her before and the person is still out, and then this youth joins her and them try after the both of them, the only thing that he was lucky that he was not KILLED, and it is not because they did not try. So I say this to say that youths, I don't know how deep you are in love. I don't know what type of goods or what kind of hole this lady put on you, or if the PUMS is so tight or so good that you are willing to lose your life, willing to sacrifice your life or make any sorts of stuff like that happen to you. But if I was you, I would get the FUCK out of Dodge as soon as possible. You shouldn't have placed yourself in that predicament, and I understand that you are now stuck like Chuck, but me just say, you should have made good decision, and the decision that you made could have cost you your life. Hopefully, this is going to be a warning for the other idiotic TikTokers that are out there, that if you play with fire, you are going to get burned. Whenever you dance with the devil, you are going to get FUCK, literally. And that is why a lot of people get the blessing. However, them use that blessing, use that money, and use that power, and it is detrimental to their life. Such is the case in this case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Imagine Being Killed Over Deadlift Legacy. If you don't know what that is when family members lose their life, unfortunately, die by natural causes, and then that house goes to the family members, goes to the next of kin, or whomever is deemed to be the rightful owner. A lot of times these people, when them lose them life, whether it is prematurely or old age, they did not leave any sorts of will, any sorts of paperwork. And the worst happens because there is no sorts of will. Such is the case of one Bernard Ingram that lives in a St. Anne. Based on the sister's account, she said that she went to Bernard's house maybe about 10:45 in the morning because she was calling his phone, no sorts of response. When she went, pushed open the door, she realized that he was laying in a pool of his own red. He has all sorts of CHOPS over him face, over him head, over him neck, over him back. Pretty much the whole of the left side of this man was gone. He would not have made it, EDIED, on the spot. Obviously, she called the Popo. Popo came, called the coroner, take away the body, send it to the morgue. Popo are saying that they have zero motive, don't know why this man lost his life. Well, people, I am just a blogger. I am not one of the investigators. Based on information from the family, it is said that it is because of some sorts of squabble between family members. Call it DEAD left legacy. That would be the motive. People, I don't understand these people. How is it that you, as a family member, whether you're third cousin, fifth uncle, 100, nephew, whatever the case is, could actually look at your own family member and plot and scheme, because we've seen many cases in which people get caught up, people get CHOPPED up, people get licked over by 18-wheeler of all manner of evil from A to Z, just over some sorts of land and property. And sometimes when you see the land and property, you have to shake your head. These people are sick and twisted. This is yet an perfect example that Jamaica has sunken in the abyss of hell, and it is not coming out anytime soon. Point blank and period.
Third time I home I sell one of my clients them two of my jobs for 30 grand. So I meet this man off at Twitter, right? Off at Twitter. Him saying the pumps fat and buffy, and him want to know how it smell. So I say what I mean by that. He say one two of my jobs him to buy. Me never sell jars a day in my life, because me new to this lifestyle. Anyways, him say I always buy jars and he say him usually pay 10 grand for one. So I tell him I want 30 grand for two of them. He said, alright, bet. Send me an NCB. I did not know this man was serious. Send me an NCB when me look 30 grand. Him say, me will tell him how to do it. Him say, me show him the panty them when I have. And me show him one them I have and he pick out two what him want. Him say, me supposed to wear each one for one whole day and me not for bed. Him say, me not for do no dogo with no man, but for only play with myself while I want the jars them and for make couple stains in it. What I mean by stains? Him want do the stain in it, but me not for to make it extra. But him want that in the too. And when I go to pee, I am not supposed to wipe. Because he wants my smell of the kuch to be strong in the jars. Let's say jars. Alright, so I say, alright. So in tell me say when me I send it, me supposed to put them in a one plastic bag. Then put the plastic bag there in a one blouse. Then put the blouse in our sheen bag. Then put the sheen bag in our next bag and tape it up. And bring it to Knoxford. And he said to tell him that it's for its clothes. And that is what I did. Yes guys. And I had to send him pictures of me wearing the jars. Because him want to say my scent in my smell. And he was fucking happy. He was happy. I sold several to him. He was happy customer.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called One Fool Makes Many. Birds of a feather flock together, and it seems as if on social media, specifically TikTok, it is an anything goes platform. No sorts of morals, no sorts of dignity, no sorts of pride being displayed by both men and women, Jamaicans' younger generation. There's a lady that is popular on social media. I think her name is Fad Pum Pum Goldie. She has a thing that is called story time. So obviously, you know that Jamaicans lack creative process. They like to copy everything. They suffer from copycat syndrome. They have Xerox without dignity. So this young lady that you heard in this video, obviously she is imitating or doing the same thing that she's seen. She's following the blueprint to success, meaning do anything, say anything, anything goes. This lady is telling you a story of her experience with a man that she met, more than likely some sorts of perverts. But like them say, fair trade is no sorts of robbery. He is looking for a young, giddy-headed, dirty, bitches, and she is looking for money to pay her bills. What we've come to the realization is that these people think that their pumps is the passport to the world and that it is the tool of their trade. So therefore, they decide that when them go to school, them go idle, they have no sorts of interest in doing anything, working hard for their money. So therefore, they meet people with like minds that have the same objective, as in they want to see some sorts of naked PUMS contaminated, and these young girls will do just about anything for money. I want to know how it works, how it is that you link up with these people, how you meet these people on social media, how you come to the decision that what you're going to do is sell your soiled, touch DRAWS, and where are you going to find your clients? Obviously, the clients are there, and obviously, a lot of times these stories that you hear, it is just makeup. These people have creative imagination, and they know that we live in a very sick, demented world. So therefore, the most outlandish thing that you can think of and say, that is what is going to sell. There is a market, like I told you. We have to wonder if these people don't have no mother, don't have no father, don't have no little sister in which looks up to them. Their family name and family legacy does not matter anymore. They've decided that whatever it is that I can do to make money to survive some sort of lazy, low-life way, that is exactly what I have decided. I've decided to throw my dignity and pride and everything as a woman out the window. And then we wonder why it is that we hear these young men, dancehall artists, singing songs in which they have zero respect for women and people. Like me said, 2 wrongs does not make a right, but me just give you a reason. These young lady obviously is not reading the notice board, obviously is not seeing the memo, obviously is not seeing what is going on social media, wherein so many of them are found DEAD, missing, taken away, all because of the way that in which they make money. So there's always a thing that is called the pros and the cons. Don't be money-wise and DEAD foolish. And if you keep up this lifestyle, that is exactly what is going to happen to you. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my 3rd channel. It is called Crime Time News. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.